going back to that particular part, I do believe that hybrid is kind of a stepping stone. This is a big statement, right? But I've said it a few times now. I think hybrid is a stepping stone for hyper-casual studios to learn casual. Mm-hmm. And hybrid is like the 0.5 or the V1 of all of these teams actually.
Okay.
Mark 1. Mark 1. Because everyone basically wants casual, evergreen games. Like we want games that are in market for 4, 5,
Everybody's
6 years.
not talking about forever games.
This is no bullshit gaming podcast, 2.5 Gamers. Sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. We are definitely not discussing the latest industry news, but having so much fun. Let's not forget this is a 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe, so let's not take it too seriously.
Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Matej Lancaric.
I'm Felix Braberg. And I'm Jakub Remia.
And we are your hosts. And you also work as consultants. And we work you on your games, on the UA, game design and ad monetization side. And now we have a special guest for Quali. John, welcome. Can you, intro you and say something about yourself and the company you work with?
Yeah, my name's John Wright. I'm the Vice President of Publishing.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Vice President. Oh,
Sorry. Look, I upgraded a little bit in the last couple of months. I'm working for a decent outfit now, big company, Quali.
Yeah.
Where were you before?
I was at Unity. Yeah, not a big company. But no, all joking aside, it's a real pleasure to be here, guys. I've known all of you for a number of years, or like Matej and me go way back.
Way back, yeah.
And yeah, look, I'm really happy to be here and to shoot the shit with the guys and just talk about the gaming industry. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. I want to kick it off with the LinkedIn posts you had about the UA landscape and like publishing business. Like, what was it all about?
So for me, I think it was a moment where finally, after coming out of a big corporation,
you can actually talk. Speak.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? And obviously, I have a lot of love and admiration from my previous employer. Uni, a great company. However, as a corporate business, which is public, there are certain things that, as an employee, you can't do. One is have like an outspoken opinion. If anyone's ever met me.
Oh yeah.
I'm 6'2".
You mean to come on our podcast?
But no, I'm a big outspoken guy, and I don't like being told what I can and can't say.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I mean I can now. Quite appreciate my outspokenness. So yeah, like obviously for me it was about using my sort of decade plus of gaming and just running a bit of punditry on what I'm seeing based on all of the information that I'm seeing across the space. And look, like I'm a big believer in gaming is a close-knit community, and it's about sharing information together to ensure that
that's
all
why
of us
we're
work.
here.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? So that's it, guys. Basically, I wanted to talk about what I'm seeing.
Yeah, what are you actually doing at Quali then? Like, what's Quali doing? What's it makes it different?
Mr. Vice President doesn't.
VPs don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do anything.
I have a corner office, my own private.
Oh my God.
Leather.
So in the office, whiteboard behind me, TV on the wall. Yeah.
But honestly, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm doing shit, man.
Let's talk about it.
I'm in the office.
Let's start different. Like I say, everything is moving to hybrid casual.
Yes.
What are you guys doing in that space? What's going on? What's your vision on it?
He has to say what he's actually
doing.
Let's start with that. And then we can go there. He almost dodged the bullet. No.
What do you do?
We are paying attention to that.
What do you do?
So as everyone said, my role is Vice President of Mobile Publishing.
Maybe if you say it 5 more times, like we actually believe you.
So I'm gonna keep Vice President bullshit bingo. We're up to bullshit go. When we get to 5 minutes, buy a round of drinks.
If you say depends how many times you say Vice President, we do the Hennessy joke.
Hennessy shot every Vice President.
We already on the
Okay, but no, in a serious note, so my job is to lead the strategy of the publishing division of Quali. So Quali being a very well-established, long-standing British publisher and studio. I think the thing that differentiates us from the competition is the fact that we joined publishing later, and we had sort of 7-8 years of developing our own successful games in the sort of casual, puzzle and hyper-casual space. And in the last couple of years, we decided that we wanted to invest into a publishing division, which is I lead the strategy for.
And also, wait. There's also the one arm nobody's talking about. Like there's like PC
console. Yeah.
I want to talk about that one.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah. Okay.
So
I've only been political correct.
Like
I don't know if we're gonna get that on this one.
Yeah, I know. I'm really interested.
Yeah, so look, I think, there's a lot of well-documented big companies at the moment investing in trans-platform. So like a lot of people, Supercell, and then these big companies that are trying to get more people on PC because the users and the tracking and stuff, you get more data and there's more value compared to mobile where, now it's a much tougher ecosystem. So Quali are in a very fortunate position where we are self-funded by our founder, David Darling. And, he is...
he's hard to he's a darling, yeah.
He's a darling. David Darling.
Isn't that a Black
MBE? He's been knighted by the Queen, dude. Like, for gaming. Yeah, that can actually happen in this country. You can get knighted by the Queen.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, so that's
a new thing you just learned.
Okay.
That's a new level of old money.
But no, he's the most nice, very sort of down to earth guy. He's like an engineer. He started wearing coded 50.
But wait, what do you do? What do you do?
What do you do? So look, I'm getting. We were talking about PC console.
So you talk to developers.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back a track.
Almost like the bullet to think
Okay. Hold them down, boys.
I love it.
Guys, I'm blaming Felix. He's pouring Hennessy shots. You should basically see in the background, and thinking this is fun. But no,
it's mainly fun.
It is really fun, actually. Yeah, it's good times. But look, as vice president of publishing, it's my job. Oh man. Okay. So in my role, what I do is I look after the strategy of the publishing division, and what that means is that I partner with all of the third-party developers to understand, what studios are doing, only building cool stuff right now, but do not have the business acumen or the funding or the resources to be able to take those games to mass market. Okay. So what we want is to find cool studios that have really cool projects and smart founders, and
you want to find newest totis.
Let me get that more into detail, because if I understand correctly, this is where you differ between the competition, that you have also internal teams.
Yes.
Then you have also trying to spread around, which is the other guys are just trying to spread around. They don't know internal teams.
Yeah.
So that's how it works?
Yes, we have 4 core divisions. I lead one of them, which is the publishing division. We have internal hybrid casual studio.
What's your role?
I'm not saying full time, but I'm about to give everyone 20 minutes.
Continue.
But yes, there's 4 core divisions. Publishing, which is what I lead. And there's an internal hybrid casual division, which has 4 studios. So we have 4 teams working on 4 games at once.
Is that the one that got knighted by the Queen?
No, I mean, look, he's the president.
Shred English. Finally, no bullshit stuff is coming out.
To be interesting.
Yeah, so we have 4 internal teams, which report into a VP who leads that. And then we have a pure casual team that specialise in solitaire, card games, traditional
Evergreen.
Evergreen,
Okay.
And then we have the 4th arm, which is PC console. And we just launched one of our most successful games ever called Wildmender. It's got a 82 Metacritic, and it's done a couple of 100,000 units. Premium, yeah.
Really premium?
$29, yeah.
Okay. So double A?
Double A. Yeah. We don't like using that phrase because it's kind of takes away from the indie glory.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah. For people listening, usually you categorize these things like AAA means they're usually Witcher 3 $60 game. Double A means something around lower budget, still very high quality, but around $30, and then you get all the way to indie and So,
yeah, exactly. So
that's very interesting.
Yeah, look, and it's a completely different thing. It's fairly new, last 2-3 years, but we have a portfolio of 4 or 5 games that we market now, and we have 6 or 7 coming out over the next 12 months in the PC console.
So let me get this straight. So those PC are again internal studios, not external.
No, so the PC is publishing actually. So
publishing, not internal.
Yeah, so we don't have an internal PC development team.
Yeah.
Just because obviously there is highly expensive.
So you're trying to get another little company, another pal world around the corner.
Can you hold this for?
Yeah. Sure. It's look, at the end of the day, same as we do in mobile, it's important to try and give the underdog their shot.
Yeah, of course. And then
look, just because they're a small company doesn't mean they can't make amazing products.
Of course, like especially this, like the start of the year, I keep hearing about PC success after PC success after PC success.
Okay, what's the new game? Pokemon with
Palworld.
guns.
Pokemon with guns.
Yeah, Pokemon with guns.
700 KCCU or 800.
No, it was 1 million.
1 million already.
It was
Okay.
1 million.
Have you already had 2 cannons?
But like,
Pokemon joke, y'all.
to be honest, I have like literally few friends telling me that they're switching from mobile to like mainly focus on PC.
Yeah.
Coming from expertise because it's just like greener pastures currently.
Yeah.
No,
seriously, I'm hearing it.
I worked with one company who was just mobile only and mobile first, and then they said, look, fuck mobile, let's go to PC. And like they made like the pivot like 2 years ago, and I've been making it for
Man, honestly,
Steam
the
and
mediation
PC.
setup on PC is so much easier. There's no walled
it good?
gardens. It's so much easier
Really?
to make
Wow,
a lot
I'm
more
surprised
money
by
on
that,
that.
yeah, like
But free to play PC games.
Yeah, but it's honestly you can set up mediations like waterfalls that are just so much more competition in them. And
You
it's
can
like,
do.
So the main thing is right now, like with Iron Source and Max, right? Like you're in there bidding, right? So if you think of the bidding stack, it's like bidders, but on desktop you have bidders, and then you can build up your own post-bid, pre-bid, and like a pre-auction. And you're allowed to build that on
So
desktop.
you're telling me I can build rewarded video ads in my PC free-to-play game?
Rewarded videos don't exist on PC.
So what exists
But
then?
no, I'm saying on the mediation stack, it's easier to get a lot of competition.
But how can you get the ads in the game then if you're on PC?
No, but it's interstitial or banners.
In PC game?
yeah.
I've never seen anything like that before.
First of all,
My premium experiences on PC do not include banners. My premium experience.
Like I really know I'm all for
premium experience.
I'm all for free to play PC like stuff like I don't know Panelists pay for comfort like there's a different model but never seen ads there. There won't be any ads there. I
Because
can
it's-
guarantee that.
yeah.
But like that's my like
you've been rich for too long, man.
yeah but that's my case. Like, do you see it happening?
No.
Do you see it happening?
Look at what's happening with Amazon and Netflix, right? Even now they're going to put ads into the paid prescription.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like time before they put ads in the games because they realize they can make more money.
So do we expect to see PC games having ads in them, interstitials, banners, and eventually rewarded
Oh yeah,
videos?
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh, you hear it here first. Especially I.
No.
This is a big
shift.
big assumption from these two.
No,
And the
like-
purists over here are maybe disagreeing with that, but you know.
No, but like it makes all the sense.
Yeah, of course it makes all the sense.
Everything's going to be cross-platform, right?
I
So
just
we're trying to
cannot-
keep the ads,
You
right?
just
Like,
cannot imagine the scale of PC community raging over this.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah.
Reddit fucking blowing up, bro.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
But no.
Man, you're gonna be new Bobby Kotick.
Oh.
I can see you with the horns already.
If I'm in a bunker, Bobby, yeah.
But
Sign me up.
You should explain pre-bid, post-bid, and all this like fun stuff.
So
because-
I
basically,
want to know more about it.
yeah, so essentially, like right now on Max and Iron Source, what you're able to do is like you set up a bidding, you have placements and you have bidders. So basically, it's like placements, like our bidders that first come up with the highest price and it goes down the waterfall. So how it works on desktop is that before you even get to the bidding part that goes down the waterfall, you actually set like a private auction or a pre-bid auction, where basically you have a bunch of bidders or a bunch of like direct deals that then comes up with a higher price before it even goes into the bidders. So basically your preferred deals basically compete for a high price, but then go into the bidders. So you're going in bidders not at $0, but you're going in at a price. And then basically those goes in the bidder, that's also pushes it up if it's already higher. And that goes through the waterfall and you see basically what comes up with the highest price. And then after that, you send it to a post bid, which means that, a post bid, which basically means that you take the highest bid that you got out from that process, and then you basically set up like more demand inventory, the bid on that inventory.
Okay, so in layman's terms, you selling your shit not on the street, you're selling it inside for a higher price.
No, but
and then
we-
when you
no,
go
no.
onto the street, it's already
What
on
we
that
do on
price.
desktop is you put up the same people in pre-bid, during the bid, and then also post-bid, so you have the three same networks bidding.
You
at the
squeeze
same
them
time.
3 times. Genius.
You keep looking at me like I'm a blonde boy, but I'm not.
Oh, you, the horns picture, I can see it.
That's the pre-bid and post-bid, the same thing?
Yeah,
So you squeeze them more.
yeah. Yeah,
Great.
just a few things.
Okay.
Look, everyone needs to make more money right now.
Yeah, of
right?
course, like the margins
that's
are
the
going
thing.
down, that's the problem.
Now, like that's all the discussion I had, like here, like oh well, you know, people think like it's for fun. It's like, we make games for players. Like, need to
Like
make money.
commercial products.
Yeah, it's business. It's business.
You need to pay the bills, guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
The business of games, dude. It's what we're in, right?
Yeah, like, the best thing is like, when you just go to the grocery store, like you want to pay. It's like, hey, well, my game's fun.
Yeah, pay with your attention,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah,
Retention doesn't pay bills.
yeah, exactly. That's what I've been talking about always. But yeah, it's okay.
That's true.
Now, but the hybrid casual shit. That's really important.
When are we going to see you on Remo's
on our list?
Yeah, when are we going to see when are we going to see Koali on Remo's list of hybrid casual games?
I'm hoping very soon. We've got like a couple of projects that are looking very interesting.
I know you mentioned like 5 games that you're working on.
Do I sense a template?
You're good. Yeah, we'll see.
No, but look, this is the thing with Koali, because we have the internal and the publishing, right? So there is no template, because we're working with external companies as well as sort of using our own ideation to bring different types of games
By
to
the way,
market.
even say games are using templates across different studios.
Not with meta, but with core.
Yeah.
They're translating the core around.
Yeah, look,
The ultimate question, John. Do you have a core team that is only working on the back end and the tools, not on games?
we do have a tools team, yeah.
That's your template. Here it is. Thank you very much. Does that mean you have an SDK that basically does all of your games? That we're basically
We have the
everything?
Koali SDK that has everything. Yeah,
There you go, there you go.
The full shebang, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
There's the template.
Just for our
Thanks
listeners,
very much for listening.
But what benefit for our listeners does that bring, having that?
So, I mean, the Koali SDK literally has everything in it in terms of like the Facebook SDK, so we can do testing, the Outlier SDK, so we can track data.
Brings the speed.
And yeah, exactly. So this is the thing. A lot of these smaller developers, again, purely talking about publishing now, a lot of these people don't even have the money to buy about the third-party software.
Yeah.
Right? So they're using Facebook and just tracking from that perspective, potentially.
Yeah.
If not, they're using, I don't know, GA or something smaller, right, free.
Google Analytics.
Yeah, Google, yeah, exactly. And so like the Koali SDK allows them to, as well as us, to actually see all of the data to be able to understand if, as Jakub, like, is this going to be a commercially successful business? Like, is this a game that's going to drive profit? And whilst obviously we're very passionate about the product, we all know, we've been in gaming long enough, that some of the best looking games we've ever seen never went to market, and some of the best games never were successful. There has to be balance between making the most fun games and making ones that can actually pay
Work
the
on
bills.
some of those.
Yeah. What are the like KPIs for commercial success?
$1 billion.
Yeah. Hey, come on. No, seriously. For you.
Yes, I mean, for us,
What are
obviously,
you looking for?
yeah, look,
CPI day one.
yeah, I mean, look, CPI and stuff, like, marketability is not as popular as it once was, guys,
Yeah,
right? Like,
anymore.
No more hyper casual.
exactly, right. Let's put it out there. Like, even if you get a 40, 50 IPM, the game could be a failure. Which, 2 years ago, you got 40, 50 IPM, you were making money, top of the charts, like, you were making.
You're going to Zerk to set up a bank account.
That's it. You're making 7 figures off the back of that. But now, obviously, the complexities of games and meta and everything that Jakub was talking about is only super important because, that brings the increase in the LTV that allows you, one, to actually do UA in this harsh environment.
Especially blended UA.
But like this whole setup and hybrid for me, going back to that particular part, I do believe that hybrid is kind of a stepping stone. This is a big statement, right? But I've said it a few times now. I think hybrid is a stepping stone for hyper-casual studios to learn casual. And hybrid is like the 0.5 or the V1 of all of these teams actually.
Mark 1.
Mark 1. Because everyone basically wants casual, evergreen games. Like, we want games that are in market for 4, 5, 6
Everybody's
years.
not talking about forever games.
Forever games,
But the thing is, you need to have the speed. That's the power of hybrid casual. You need to preserve some of that very fast hyper casual speed.
You're right, the balance.
Okay, but how the balance look like?
What? How the balance? You have a
like-
template.
Okay, but if you don't have the template yet,
That's you're slower.
50-50 monetization.
Okay, but people are really testing hyper casual games like 2 days, whatever.
Why are you attending Games from Barcelona 2024?
Share insights and knowledge.
Have all gaming experts in one place.
Networking, great lectures.
Meet new people to learn more about the industry.
Games Forum is one of the best places to get mobile marketing insights.
See all the conferences and panels.
Staying up to date with the markets.
I'm gonna meet their amazing people, the experts in their field.
Insights and networking.
Register now and join 500 UA, product and admin managers at Games from Barcelona, February 7th and 8th.
Try another one.
Yeah, for me, like just like out of my head when I was building stuff last time, I would say
Quite some time ago.
a year ago.
It isn't relevant anymore.
So I would say hyper casual
building shit.
Just to give a estimate, hyper casual game you can do completely okay with 4 to 5 weeks. You have a hyper casual game you can test, work, kill. Hyper casual. Yeah. Hybrid, I would say minimum 3 months if you're fast.
3 to 6 months.
6 months if you want to flesh it out.
Yeah.
But you cannot just test it let's test it with one item in the inventory. You need to build the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, it's quite hard now. Come on.
The whole serial killing, kill fast, fail fast.
Yeah, that's
it's not what it was anymore.
No,
man.
yeah,
you need to put I would say Jakub said 3 months is a minimum project, right?
Yeah, so how do you approach that kind of development? What's the process? Because
do you fund it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
do you fund it as well? Yeah, how you approach
so obviously there's
first ideation, testing, funding. Because I mean, if you fail at first after the 3 months, it's kind of okay, well, we just lost 3 months of development.
That's how it works.
That's the game, bro.
Okay, because that's the game now. Okay.
But
the new game is much slower.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And
I get
it's
that.
much more intricate, right? The product is more robust. You can't have the same level of engineer that was producing core loop in hyper casual.
Okay.
The quality and the standard has to go up.
Okay, but are there any milestones in the between?
From a milestones perspective, we have a few core ones. Just MVP, minimal viable product. We're looking at something between 30 to 60 minutes of core loop gameplay, right? No meta at this particular time, and this is allowing us to establish CPI and marketability. But whereas in hyper casual it was all about that to begin with, now we have to go into retention day one and potentially not with 60 minutes, but if we can gauge some. Day 3, even
even day 3. Okay. So first skill gate is what, CPI day 1 combination?
Yeah, day 1 retention and CPI is.
How quickly do you test that though? How quickly before you test that?
So the thing is, the MVP could take anything between 2 and 6 weeks, man. Because it's.
I can see,
But it's just the loop, the thing.
All hybrid casual developers are turning in their graves hearing that. 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, man, the whole during a prototype a week.
Game changed. Game changed. Adapt or die. Fuck off.
The thing is, exactly.
Yeah.
Adapt to die, evolve.
There you go.
But this is the crazy thing, guys. Hyper casual was great from many aspects, right? But it was purely a marketability sort of arbitrage based system.
It's marketing exercise, pretty much.
And look, the biggest games on hyper casual make 100 million, 150. And if you look at the biggest grossing games in the world, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Honor of Kings, right?
Billion a month.
Come on, man. There's levels and there's levels.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, we are transitioning from those small games that come out very often, making as much small amounts of money, to these forever evergreen games that potentially are 9 figures, 10 figures. Think about it. All of us have been gaming long enough to remember before hyper casual.
Yeah.
And this is the way it worked before. We're going back in time slightly and focusing on quality rather than quantity.
Yeah.
And this has to be studio's focus. And obviously, again, as Jakub said, it's important to try and maybe templatize stuff, get some quick wins, do an SDK.
As fast as possible. Yeah.
But speed is important. Agility is important.
Yeah.
Right?
But let's go back to the process. So you test CPI day 1. Okay. Facebook, TikTok, Google.
Yeah, Facebook, and then potentially we do secondary tests, which is Unity, SDK.
Okay. So
there's also a massive difference in Facebook and Unity.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you can't base the evaluation of the whole concept with one channel.
Yeah, that's one thing, but one test. That's the other question. If let's say the team fails after 3 months of doing these things, how many chances do you give them to have another try? Because this is the the hard part.
So look. This is
silence. I want to hear the vice president.
Because we already sunk in 3 months into this.
That's our vice president.
We know each other. My friends call me John. John VP.
You'll be an EVP soon if you keep that up.
Try. What was the question? Sorry, I blanked out.
After 3 months, we sunk in 3 months, test failed. What do we do now?
Look. The thing is, I'm not going to say
kill it immediately.
Yeah, I'm not going to say.
You cannot do it like hyper casual because there you kill it immediately.
This is the toughest thing with hybrid, I think, is that you get some amazing projects that actually have deep meta, and you start testing them and you think, God, this is going to be amazing, right? This is like actual, like, I didn't particularly like hyper casual because I'm a hardcore gamer. I think a lot of us who work in the space wanted to work on projects that had memory and people could relate to, and you wanted to build something that your friends in the bar would be like, yo, look at this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like hyper casual wasn't that.
Yeah.
Hybrid is getting closer to that, right?
It's getting there,
let's say.
Yeah, so you can be want to be proud about this, but at the end of the day, again, the teams who are putting these hybrid casual games together are more technical and a better quality, and it's either the teams that will do hybrid that got better or not. But
What do we do?
Yeah,
do we kill it or no?
okay, so
It's important.
No, but yeah, context is everything, okay?
For sure.
But for us, we try and establish long-term relationships with our developers. So our number one developer we have launched 5 games with, right? And we're very proud of that because we believe in long-standing relationships. That's part of the message of our team. So if we invested, let's say 40, 50k a month, in terms of what we would invest.
Burn rate.
Yeah, burn rate, right?
Okay.
And then after 3 months, you've invested 150k. And this team have done everything they can, have listened to every bit of advice. So we have product people, right, who are analysing, we have insights people who are literally going down with updated GDDs and saying, okay, we've looked at the game, we've looked at the market, these are the things we do. If that collaborative effort, right, that partnership, we do everything we can, and still that game is not successful, it's not the team, it's the game, right? And you have to revisit that. And sometimes you can pivot and obviously change the initial game, or it's back to the drawing board now. But losing
successfully at that stage.
So
what are the KPIs?
So at that stage, we would say you would be alpha being up to 4 hours of content.
Okay.
Okay. So
Day
MVP.
one, 14?
No. So do you know what, dude? It's very interesting now because I'm seeing some games that have 30% till day one, but the long tail LTV is really strong, right? Because we're going into the casual. Like having 10, like if I have 30% day one, but 10% day 30.
Shape of the curve. Shape of the curve.
We're talking now. Okay.
So this is the thing. It's not about like the hyper casual like hockey stick curve and die. This is like a longer, mellower curve, long term, right?
It's not as sexy though.
It's not sexy.
Yeah, well, it's sexy when you make money long term.
Yeah, exactly. 3 months in, we're making what? Still got more money coming from these jerseys.
Yeah, that's quite sexy.
Let me put on my head.
Tricky question then. Would you reskin the game into a different team and iterate it, for instance?
Oh, so
for instance, Stoti has the same game in 3 different variations on their account currently.
Oh, so it's something that we.
I know the backstory, but I can't help.
So this is a tricky one because this is a moral dilemma, right? Yeah. So we value the partnerships with the individual studios, right? I don't know if Stotty's set up and how they.
But you can do it with the same studio.
It's the same studio, so we do iterate different things within the same studio. I wouldn't give a project that someone put 3 months into to another studio.
Of course, that would not
morally
studio.
Let's say
Alien Invasion. What I'm getting at is Alien Invasion, because Alien Invasion had pretty much the same game with like a fishing theme. Looks perfectly, worked perfectly, didn't do shit. But then they changed the game a little bit. It's pretty much the same game, just Alien team, bam.
Yeah.
Same studio.
Yeah. I mean, you're going back to like the Vampire Survivors sort of scenario, right?
But you do it much faster on the second try because you already know.
Yeah, and look, you iterate, you move on, but this is why again, even like, so again, I've worked with studios recently where we've invested 100k, 150k, and they've failed, right?
Yeah.
And
so you still work with them
because it's all about also the cultural fit and the execution and the working together and them knowing your process and. At the end of the day,
and you already invested.
Exactly.
Know each other.
And you've got skin in the game, right?
That sounds fair. Like at the end of the day, you want to have studios that are producing results. Results doesn't mean hitting the games. Results doesn't mean hitting deadlines and like making stuff work and doing shit. Because we all know 90% of stuff we all do goes to trash. That's how the industry works. If you're Supercell or not, doesn't matter.
He's very kind.
But no, that's the whole thing, guys. Like it's tough out there. Games are getting more harder to hit the metrics, but once we get to alpha, we have enough content. So let's say it's 30-minute sessions per day, 4 hours, 8 days.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you've got like day 7, right? So we have enough information there to look at day 7. Then from day 7, you're kind of in it or not, right? Like it's if the day 7's good, then it's about continuing to add content and improve that content wheel from 4 hours to 8 hours to 12 hours, and then
what day 7 mean? 15, 10, 20?
Yeah, so 14 to 16% is probably a good one. Again, really, if you
That's
are
okay. That's nice.
yeah, and then but you want again the trend line to be mellow, right? Like, so when it gets to like day 30, you still want like 8 to 10% at day 30, right? And then this is a casual game, right? This is
Nothing matters. 10% data.
Do you look at ad metrics at that point, or only retention?
No, we're starting to, yeah. So after the point of alpha, between alpha and soft launch, like the monetization goes in, and then we're looking at the shop, and we have
conversions.
Exactly. So we have from our tools team, we have the ability to put all this stuff in quickly.
We're testing US.
US, yeah.
Okay.
So this is also.
Is that back?
Oh yeah, tier one.
Tier one,
testing.
tier
Yeah,
one,
tier
tier
one
one.
testing.
You don't need any more testing somewhere else.
But the thing is,
And maybe from a product perspective, maybe if you need some DAO to test a feature, you go tier 3.
Matchmaking and stuff. Yeah.
But it's all tier 1 now, dude.
yeah. The thing is, what I'm doing is also market testing, US. Then okay, well, this game has likes, and we are going to soft launch, drop US, and then go to tier 2, and then afterwards tier 1. Because at that stage you don't need US anymore. But if you want to test your market, US.
Yeah, you need an actual view of what your LTV is, right? There's I don't care who you are. You could be the biggest gaming company in the world, but your modelling from tier 3 to tier 1 is never going to be accurate. I don't believe in that bullshit. No, really. I've never seen
It's outdated nowadays.
Fun while it lasted.
No more Canada for you.
That does mean, from a publishing perspective, you've got to understand that we've gone from spending a couple $100 to thousands of dollars on UA.
It's tier 1. Yeah, it's tier 1. Yeah, it's expensive.
So that's the thing. Some of the, not only are we spending maybe 6 figures on the production and dev funding, we're also spending 10, 20K on UA, right? So these are all additional sunk costs that we have to factor into the commercial understanding with the studios and how we actually go to market. You can't just it's not just a couple of $100 and you can't throw it away. It's generally serious money.
How do you actually go to market then?
Well, this is the other thing. In hyper casual, you would do a hard launch, right? When I say hard launch, I'm talking put loads of money behind it, even potentially being ROI negative. To get into the top, right? Then once you're there, you get the traction, halo effect, K factor, whatever you want to call it, right? And that was part of the calculation. That's how me and Matej did the UA, right? It's eventually you would then reduce the CPI. And you would make profit, but it was all about getting that K factor. And obviously, after the store changes and everything else, that just diminished. So actually, what we're seeing now, it's very interesting. I think if you look at some of the big games in market now, you've seen the same trend. But the hard launch it's not a hockey stick. It's a slow burn. And it's
Pocket chunks.
Exactly, right? 2 years, still going up. That's what everyone wants, dude. Pocket Champs example is perfect.
And you know what's a great example of Tile Match 3D?
Keep in mind, Pocket Match did a U-turn.
Yeah, that's
Pocket Champs, sorry.
Pocket Champs, yeah. Triple Match 3D, I was talking to the guys at Mediclub, I was like, guys, what the fuck? I know, we had it on a different account, nobody it's Miniclip, it's clever. It was amazing, and it suddenly it kept growing. It kept growing,
I don't think so. It's even possible to do some of those, whatever Gardenscape launcher or some of these casual mid-core games with these ones, because with hybrid casual, you don't have time to build all those features, so you build them as you go and iterate and hope that you can.
Let's see a template.
But what do you mean you don't have time?
Check Mob Control or Dreamtale, these things were added into the meta game.
Yeah, because they were early on. They were just experimenting.
But a lot of teams are experimenting with creating something completely new. Like Arcade Idol, it was not here really before.
Yeah.
There will be new genres popping up. You don't even know about.
Idol racing?
Idol racing, exactly. So we'll get there. And then who will tell you this is the right meta game for that game? You need to figure it out yourself, and those mistakes will be very hard to swallow.
Very funny. We're working on an idle racing.
See? There you go.
It's coming, dude. I'll bet it on it. Standing in the line.
I've got this. I'm coming.
Yeah, so many companies are already working on idle racing.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Give me a couple of months, and I'll send it over to you guys so you can start playing.
Okay. Yeah. No. Looking forward. But so those 5 games you have in the pipeline, so the only idle racing. Anything else?
No, we probably actually closer to 10 games in the publishing team alone. So we have, we are, dude. And the thing is, Quali at the moment is doing well, right? And there's a lot of companies out there who are not, but we're doubling down, we're investing. We're actually one of the only people I think that's actually operating multiple strategies to try and find the new blue ocean. A lot of people don't have, again, the financial security to do that, but fuck them. I'm in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
position.
Do you have a
So,
darling?
yeah.
Do you have a darling at the moment?
Yeah, exactly.
First come, first goes.
Yeah, that's it. So again, like, but the multitude of games that we're currently operating. So, like from a publishing perspective, we are looking at half of the games that we're working on are hybrid casual.
Yeah.
Right. With a strategy to try and get them closer to casual.
What does that the hybrid casual word mean to you? Is it just...
Is that 50-50 split you're saying, or is that like, what are you saying?
Necessarily. So obviously, for me, it goes down to monetization, which I think most people's sort of turn.
Hybrid casual is the revenue profile more of a genre.
Yeah, exactly. So there's two main things. One is adding meta, right? Like meta makes it hybrid. Like, and two, it's having anywhere between 30 to 50% in-app purchase rather than in-app ads, which we know in this current climate and privacy coming, all of that stuff, this makes you more like recession-proof.
But even the players are more invested because they spend money on it.
Yeah, so they stay around for longer, right? It's a knock-on effect.
Yeah, in your definition, what would the retention profile look like? Day 1, day like 7, day 30, like what does that look like for hybrid casual? Hybrid casual. Yeah.
So again, it really, because hybrid casual is not a core definition of genre, like things are either closer to hyper or closer to casual, right? And depending on that, the profile and the persona of user does change. But day 1, I'd say like anywhere between like 30 and 40%, and then day 3 starts tearing off, and really from day 1 to day 14, you're looking to be 30% of what the initial number was, and then it starts going a bit lower. That's going out to day 28. But there isn't really like a full benchmark or not.
No.
Because of the
shape of the curve is important.
Yeah, it's the shape of the curve more than numbers, right?
Yeah, but then if you have, let's say, day 6 to 1%, you aim for like day 6 to profitability.
So I've got a better one. I'm going to return the question.
Okay,
would you prefer like a day 1 60%, but like a day 0 2%, or would you prefer, day 1 40% and then day 30 10%? Like, what would you prefer?
So I worked on the game which had day 1 28 and day 68%.
Yeah.
And
you want that, right?
Yeah.
That's what we all want.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Exactly. And we made money on the long term.
That's it. You've got to be patient. But all of us in gaming now need to be patient.
But the thing is, like, every VC is like, oh, well, show me day 1. Like, what the fuck is
Nobody cares about day 1 in the end. It's just part of the milestones.
Yes, nobody cares.
They have a template. That's what VCs
have.
VCs have a template.
Slower.
But the thing is, like, people need to hear this because everybody's obsessed with, oh, well, day 1, I have 30%. Like,
it's the wrong question.
Day 1 is just a reflection of your core gameplay.
What's the ratio between day 1, day 3, day 7? Like the shape of the curve.
Yeah, not to plug my man here, but if you want to hear a very good talk on monetization, listen to his Deconstructor Fund, because he basically said the same thing. Like, if someone comes to me and says asking about eCPM, they don't really know what.
No. I used to work in a network. If someone comes complaining to me about eCPM, generally you, from a network perspective, assume that person is not very knowledgeable, because it's still an eCPM that gives you the ad revenue.
The importance of the question. You asking the person the question shows if you know what you're talking about or not. If someone comes to me and says day 1 is the most important thing in the world, I'm like, well, okay, you kind of don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay,
kind of not at all.
I've been polite. He's not so polite now. He's gone from nice guy to bad guy.
Yeah, he always does that.
But no, that's it. Look, at the end of the day, I'm talking about profile, longevity, evergreen, all this stuff like that. We want to launch as many good games in market as possible. The mission statement of quality is make the most fun games for the world's players, and that's why we try and live by that statement. But a lot of games die. A lot of hybrid games, which we have these 5 games that we're talking about from a hybrid perspective. Hopefully 2 or 3 of them will go to market and be successful. And then the other sort of 5 games we have are other genres. We've got an AR Lancaric game that's coming out, which is really cool, with an IP. I can't talk about it yet.
Oh, IP.
Please say Digimon.
Oh, where's the next one? And then we're also looking at casual games. Or even
How did you come up with all these different ideas? Do you want to just build a genre expertise or something? Templates is not
smoke weed every day.
So there is definitely a play which is from a genre perspective, it's important to have more information in the market and understand where the trends are, and spending some money on other genres to finally get that blue ocean is a viable strategy, right? If you can then corner a market or corner a genre as a company, that will ensure you to make lots of money. So there is part of that, but ultimately, we have the ability to do testing in different genres, different people, different countries, and even if you spend money and lose, you've still learned, right? And it's the evolution of that process in your game.
Let me just stop you there, because this is like the most important thing that I think 80% of people don't get. You spend money and you lose, but you learn.
Yeah. But what do you
learn?
Say that again. It's such a good fucking
So
point.
you spend the money, you lose, and you learn.
Thank you.
And you need to learn.
Okay.
A lot of companies don't learn.
and what is that learning from that? Like, that's important.
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be a number of things, right? It could be that this sucks and don't do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Or it could be like features in the game that you would never
Let's
have
not
in
build the
that type of genre. Like,
Well, let's reuse the half of the meta because that part works.
the cross application.
And put it into different core gameplay.
Exactly. So think about the more tests you have in market, the more you learn, the more quick you're able to establish and agile, be agile to move, to pivot, the Hennessy team, this is what you've got to do. Like, and then don't get me wrong, there are other publishers in market that are, going laser focus on a particular form of hybrid casual right now. However, that's not our approach. So, and I feel sorry for the guys working in those teams where they, that laser focus. I have a lot of fun every day, bro. Looking at different things.
No, honestly, like
It's very unique.
the best thing that ever happened is the UA consultancy. I've seen a lot of shit.
That's
It's
the
amazing.
same here.
It's amazing. It's like, okay, well, I've seen this, and that. Like, I know how it's gonna work. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's it. You use those examples and those real-world experiences in another way, right? And you can have a hypothesis based off that stuff, right? And then you just apply that, and then look, either you're proven true or false, but at least you have a educated guess.
Yes, because you've seen it before.
Another underhanded question. Have you tried turning your hyper-casual games into hybrids?
So one of the strategies that we're operating right now, we're operating a...
You say you do everything.
I mean, I'm trying a lot, bro.
I
don't sleep,
Get on the list,
I know. You need to prove the V picture. That's the shit.
I think we also grew the publishing team by 100% in the last 3 months since I joined. We applied developer support, so we now have engineers in the team. We have, product, production, also game art, game design, and, traditionally, as a strategy perspective, now we were traditionally doing standard third-party publishing, but there's also a case of now we are looking at games in our back catalogue, which we can hybridize. We're looking at other people's back catalogues that we can acquire and hybridize. And we're also doing code-dev, right? Some solo devs and stuff like that.
Spoke to 2 developers here at PGC that actually hyper teams have been very successful in hybridizing it right on the spot.
And
how you do that?
You add metagame.
Yeah, that's it.
You add metagame, you change the game, you keep the fun in core gameplay, retention needs to stay the
PvP
same,
in class.
get better in long tail and add spend depth.
Okay. Fair enough.
But this is all viable strategies, right? Like I said, the industry is evolving. Launching games has never been so hard. So you have to have many strategies to find out which is going to be the future.
All your lottery tickets, you need to scratch them all.
So can you, basically, before we wrap up, can you say 3 tips that you give to developers right now?
Jesus fucking
3 life-changing tips again.
No, it's not 3 UA tips. Not 3 UA tips, it's actually 3 game design tips. I'm making fun of you.
I know.
You're saying find Jesus? Please. No. What do you want from me, man? Just spring that on a guy, at the end of the podcast, no prep.
No, maybe let's do it differently.
I could give some stuff.
Yeah, okay.
What are you complaining about?
No, just because you caught me off guard, man.
How can you catch a vice president off guard?
This is how you
this is it. But no, look, I'd say 3 things is, focus on the game, and I know on the product, and don't actually rush things right now. Things need time, and as long as you have either the ability or financial support to continue to work on something, don't fail too quickly. It's important to give things the time they need to be successful. It's not hyper casual where you build a prototype in 3 days.
Months, 2 or 3 months.
Exactly. Okay. And then maybe it's less than that, again, getting the MVP out, but you need to be patient, and hyper casual was everything but being patient. Right?
Doesn't work nowadays. Bye. That's
it. I think also you need to remain agile with the metrics and understand that things have changed, right? And You know, just because a game doesn't have, again, a 45% day one, 50% day one anymore, that does not mean that this game is a failure.
Yeah.
Great point.
So, you know, you have to really understand what you're trying to develop and where the trends are and where the industry's going. And that long tail curve that we're spoken about a few times today, you know, that is more important than the other stuff that we've done, and a clear focus. And I think, you know, only don't be afraid to try new things, because quickly hybrid will become saturated. It already is, and I advise all teams to, you know, continue to develop fun stuff, which it could be different and unique. Like copycatting was big in hyper casual. I don't think it needs to be in hybrid. And hybrid is a stepping stone, right? And in casual games, there's plenty of them in market, which again have been live for years and years and still remain unique. Maybe there's some competitive ones there, but you know, hyper casual prototyping burned out lots of studios. Like coming up with a new idea every week, 50 weeks. It was impossible, right? Now you don't have to do that, you know.
You kind of have to, but not like on that pace.
Not at that pace. Yeah. Correct.
You need to flash that one idea and execute it. That's the thing.
Yeah, execution is key.
Yeah, but like, how do you find that idea? Like, oh well, okay, this is it. And we should try and learn or whatever. Like,
you need to be creative. That's called game design. That's not the thing you do, man.
Oh wow! Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up, but we just want to say thank you so much for having this little discussion with us.
I mean, we're in
great conversation, actually.
We've been wanting to do this for a while, and you know, like, I'm really happy that you invited me here, guys. And we've got, obviously, if you're not at our party, you've done something wrong. It's the best party of PGC. It hasn't started yet, but I promise it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to have been here and had this, cool conversation with cool people.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, John.
Appreciate it. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. It's very important to us. It means a lot. And then see you next time.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
That's all cool. It's very well done.
That's it. So, wing it, or what's the topic?
Yeah.
Wing it, or what's the
Wing it. Winging it. Yeah.
We've done this before. We can wing this.
Wing it. Yes. Okay.
Let's do gossip corner. Best gossip we heard from PGC.
No.
Google Sandbox, huh?
I think we can be a little bit close together. Like, yeah. No, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, no. Okay, fine. You know?
You kicking it off?
No, you.
Okay.
You do it. I do it all the time.
It's your signature move, bro.
I know. Let's go.
No, come on, man.
Oh my god. Okay, welcome everybody. This is session number what? No, we call it special.
This is special.
Okay, this is special. Live special. PGC. Yeah. Oh my god. We're doing it again.
We are in a dungeon.
We're in the basement. Our party is happening in 1 hour. 1 hour. What the fuck? 1 hour. And we have a special guest. Welcome, man. Welcome, John. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Dude, start that again. Do your proper intro. We're your hosts.
No. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, come on. That's what you do, man.
Proper one set up,
Come on, proper. And we're joined this very special.
Okay.
This very special guest from quality.
Come on. No.
I knew I gave you too much alcohol.
What? But
The two brandy's killed you, man.
Come on.
oh my god. Okay. I will put this like after. Yeah, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. Yeah. It's gonna be there. Yeah, it's gonna be there.